Are live. Good evening, Ghost Gang. We are here.
Hello.
I am
Wow.
I am Adrian the Ghost, and these are my fine friends, Aeon the Lion and Zines the currently wolf.
Bark.
Um. I know I asked this off stream, but how's everybody feeling?
I'm pretty positive. I got a package in the mail today, and it was a VR headset that I purchased. So I'm excited to play around with that once we're done here.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
I'm gonna be a real boy.
One day I'll be a real boy.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to be a boy.
Imagine. But I have a question for all of you. How do we feel about capitalism in this graveyard here?
Well, rather negatively, as it would turn
Boo.
out. I do not consider it to be a breeding ground of innovation.
Mm-hmm. Good. Of course, naturally.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
Kind of does suck. Especially that bit where you spend years working on a project and it gets canceled. There's a bit of an echo coming out of your mic, Zines, from me.
Oh, sorry. Let me fix that.
Yeah, if you are watching this stream, then you may very well have heard about the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie.
Yeah.
And that movie is in the process of being deleted, which is a bit of an interesting choice for a movie studio to make. Because you would think, wait, if it's deleted, does that mean that they didn't finish it? No, they finished it. They made the whole movie. The movie exists and could be aired at any point, at any time. Problem is,
a certain individual decided that it would make a much better tax write-off.
Yes, because we have entered a little something that probably has like an actual name in some sort of political economy theory. But as a stopgap, I'm calling it landfill capitalism, which is the idea where in a normal means of conducting business, you might say, think that like, well, if I'm conducting some sort of business, the idea would be to produce something, some sort of good or some sort of service that you would then exchange for money. And that would be how you as an individual or as a corporate entity obtain money. But here, HBO, or which is to say
Warner Brothers Discovery,
which is to say Time Warner.
Warner Brothers Discovery specifically, because that's the name of the company now. Hi, Droney.
Droney, hi.
Hello.
They have taken a movie that was already completely done and testing in the high 90s, by the way. Like,
testing
very
doing extremely well with test audiences.
Yeah. What seemed like it would have been in a very popular and profitable piece of cinema was thrown away. Interesting choice. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
Yeah.
So the idea is that because all of the now, a lot of this is speculative. We don't really know what's going on, and even this speculation doesn't immediately make a whole lot of sense, so bear with us a little bit. Speculatively, the idea is that the purpose of this is to be a tax write-off. Potentially, that was the intention behind this movie from the very beginning, that it was just going to be a tax write-off, that they were always planning to throw it away. Because again, if it was testing terribly and they threw it away, that'd be one thing. But test audiences love this movie, so why wouldn't you publish it? It doesn't even cost a whole lot of money to do so. You don't even have to roll it out to theaters. You have your own streaming service. Just upload it there for free. You don't have to advertise it. And you can just see whether or not people like it. Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
I mean, they did this during COVID.
Yeah, either they'll watch the movie or they won't. It's fine.
Oh, Zimmer, this lawsuit is about the movie Wile E. Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah, I don't
which
actually...
is a like a legal comp name.
Yeah, a very cheeky little name of the for the stream.
You got clickbaited, sorry.
You got clickbaited, I'm sorry. But yeah, we are discussing the canceled movie. We'll be reacting to some stuff, too. And we'll get to that in just a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to be. That's mysterious.
Mysterious. Spooky. I know.
Anyway. So they had this finished, complete, perfectly finished, and very popular movie, and they decided to delete it, ostensibly for a tax write-off purpose. This is strange. Now, if you know the basics about like how businesses are conducted, if you make an investment and it goes south, you can write off the loss on your taxes. But that's not the same thing as making money.
It is not.
So, for the most part, HBO does actually produce content in cinema and shows and movies and so on and so forth. They do actually make things.
Well, you keep saying HBO. It's Warner Brothers Discovery now.
Oh, sorry. But well,
I mean,
Time
6
Warner.
and 1/2 doesn't know that.
Yeah, Time Warner Brothers. They make movies. They make games. They make all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So for the most part, they do actually create things, which is where they get the actual income that supports their corporation. But the idea is that with a certain strategic loss here or there, perhaps they can reduce their tax burden so significantly as to increase their overall profit margin more so than they would have by simply publishing the movie itself.
I believe I feel like now forgive me, this is a bit of a reach. This reminds me of the plot of a musical instead of actually just making a bad movie and then making bank off of the ad revenue, you just throw the movie away. The musical.
I mean, still basically fundamentally the same thing.
Which musical are you talking about? Are you talking about
The Producers?
The Producers, which is where Springtime for Hitler comes from.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Not the Springtime for Hitler. The Producers.
Yeah. Now this might seem like a bit of a reach to accuse Warner Brothers of basically just being nefarious tax cheats and an anti-art landfill capitalist corporation, but this is not the first time that they've done this. This is the third time.
No,
they did it with the Batgirl movie.
They did it with the Batgirl movie. They did it with what was the other movie?
It was a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah, a Scooby-Doo movie.
Which, let's see, it's an unreleased film. When was it deleted? Let's see. I want to see.
Sometime back in 2022.
Yeah. Okay.
And then additionally, Warner Brothers, like the moment the merger with Discovery happened, they did a broad sweeping cancellation of a lot of projects, and then of course we get to the bit where they not only did they Infinity Train and OKO Let's Be Heroes were two cartoons that were basically done because they had been previously canceled and were no longer being worked on, but they were broadly erased from history. They will not be getting later DVD releases. They are no longer existent on streaming services aside from Amazon Prime and Apple for some reason. But yes, it is a terrifying thought to consider the idea that you as a creative, for creative people, that's got to be terrifying that you could make a project, it's done, and then it just either A, sits in a shelf gathering dust, or B, is just destroyed for the sake of taxes. Very scary.
The Scooby-Doo movie appears to be Scoob Holiday Haunt, a proposed prequel to the 2020 film Scoob, which was originally scheduled to be released on HBO Max on December 20th, 2022. They canceled it along with Batgirl, And now they're canceling Wile E. Coyote. I think the Scooby-Doo movie
It might have
successfully
been
pirated.
Yeah, it might have been leaked, but we have no confirmation. Oh, also just to just to legally cover ourselves. We are not legal experts, nor are we affiliated with anybody in Warner Brothers, or furthermore, we are whatever happens on tonight's stream is used by acquiring currently publicly accessible resources.
Yeah, we are three internet loudmouths who are speculating.
We are speculating everything.
Three internet weirdos.
We are internet weirdos, and we're a bunch of furries. How much internet weirdo can you become?
We're cyber critters.
Yeah.
Bark.
I mean,
so with three movies down the drain, we're in a situation where
we are seeing a holding pattern.
Yeah, if this was a smaller studio, like the whatever studios give Steven Seagal the time of day, I would assume that it was some sort of money laundering endeavor.
Yeah. Hello,
but,
Nova.
You know, obviously you're not, like, the way that money is laundered is by reporting more profits than you actually had, and then paying taxes on your crime income as profits from your legal business.
Yes.
But this is sort of the opposite. This is reporting more losses than would actually be reasonable, so that you can dodge taxes on your legal business.
Yes, this is a very bad thing.
It's very convoluted, and the fact that it is capable of working like that is an indictment of any economic system whatsoever. Like, an idea where you can create a thing and then throw it away and get more money than if you were to actually sell it is no way to structure an economy.
Correct.
Are we doing this?
Say what?
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing it like this? Why haven't we torn it all down yet?
Why not? Yeah.
Good question, Zemmer. Why have we not eaten the rich? Because they are high in the bad kind of cholesterol. Probably.
It's so interesting to see that this happened. I'm kind of surprised that there weren't some sort of protections for, like, arbitrary deletion put in by the writer, by the Hollywood strike that lasted, months and months.
1 second. To answer your question, Nova, yes, this is sort of discussing the current events, but we are getting to a main event. And I will discuss that right now while we're on it. In just a little bit, we are going to read a summary. Because somebody, don't know who, they are somebody anonymously, some brave hero anonymously leaked the plot of Coyote vs. Acme to Pastebin. It is not a script, it is just all of the point for points.
It is a...
Yeah. Hold on.
Synopsis. It is a...
It's
summary.
A synopsis, even.
Yeah. Do you mind if Nova joins us?
I'm fine with it.
Cool.
I'm game.
Let me get her the link. 1 second, Nova. I will bring you in.
Get that Tanuki in here.
Right, okay. With the phrase I was going to say. It's not the script, but it is all of the story beats.
Yeah, it's a synopsis.
Yeah, it's the story beats. It's 65 lines. We're primarily... What is going on here? Okay, awesome. Giving you the role. You should have access to the thing. Nova,
join us
so
in
you
the
can
chat.
join the voice chat. If you see the streamer channel,
there we are. Hello.
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 What's up, y'all?
Not much. We are, as you have seen, we are talking about and complaining about the
Coyote vs. Acme movie.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember the website I used to get the reactive image set up.
Reactive.fuji.
PNG of my thing.
Yeah.
It defaults to your Discord profile.
Yeah. But you can customize it. I'll send you the link to customize it.
Noted.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Aeon.
Hi, I'm Nova, friend of Adrian Zine's.
Yes. We are
Hey.
gonna get to the main event, but do you have any opinions about this current situation regarding The Thing?
The main event or Coyote V Acme?
The Coyote
V Acme.
Technically, technically, Coyote V Acme is also the main event, primarily.
I'm curious, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you know anything about me, you know that I consider artistic preservation to be paramount.
Yes.
And the idea of something that has been finished, that
Paramount
so
is
many people
CBS. We're
worked
talking about
on
Warner Brothers, so.
for years, is just
Yeah.
going to be deleted without being seen by anyone, including most of the people who made it.
Yeah, that's the bit that's real fucking.
That's the
Yeah.
part that's so fucked up. Like, did they get a staff screening or something? Where
No.
they can at
Well,
least
no,
talk to
there's-
them?
Maybe
Yeah.
he thought it's like that would
Um,
almost be art if they kind of did it right. Like, hey, here's millions of dollars, and
Change
a
that,
few people.
'cause-
Yeah, and then it's gone.
It's gone. The creators do not get a. The creators do not get to see it. In fact, the director even. I'm
Yeah,
sending
that's all I
you.
think.
I'm sending you a website to customize your reactive.
Cool. Let's see here.
Yeah, right now it's just your Discord react screen.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can change the picture to be whatever you would desire.
Very pretty image.
Yes.
But yeah, Warner Brothers, what did you do? Why
What
are
did
we
you-
doing this?
What did you do? And between this, and then of course the cancellation of things like the Owl House and Nimona initially.
God, I'm still like, Owl House got its ending, and that I'm fine with. But like, oh hey, we only want to make one Nimona movie. It's like, why?
Well-
Is your brain wrong?
Well, the what's fucked is that they canceled it as like as Disney canceled it in reaction to the gay kiss that happens in the film.
Talking about Owl House? Because, yeah.
Well, no, Nimona.
I think she's talking about Nimona.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah,
men
fair
and
enough.
smooch.
yeah, two dudes in Nimona do a kiss. And
Yeah,
they're
because the
adorable.
main couple are two guys.
Yes, but
Oh,
in
yeah, they
Disney had a reaction so bad that they just canceled and closed the entire developing studio.
But Adra, I thought that Disney was turning all of us gay.
I
And now
thought
you're
this-
telling me that they don't actually care about that sort of thing,
Ah.
and that they just don't want to upset people. They want to
I-
appeal to as
I'm-
broad a base as
Wild.
possible?
I'm sorry to break it to you, Aeon, but Disney might just care only about money.
I thought Disney was our corporate ally.
I thought they were too.
Yeah,
but
Disney or
Come-
LA. This doesn't sound right.
yeah, it's weird.
Well, that seems like a perfect time to get into the the story beats.
Yeah,
The story
let's
beats.
read some
So,
Coyote V Acme.
Nova, since you're new, the little streamer side chat in the chat, I think you can see it. I don't know, but if you need to, I'll link it directly to you.
I
The
see it.
the plan is that we're gonna take turns reading out loud from this. It's just 65 lines, but it's the beats for beats of the movie, and we're going to react and discuss it as the will takes us, I guess.
Right. Sorry, should I grab my soundproofing cube? because that should help cut down on the reverb a bit.
Yeah, if you would like to, yeah, that's fine.
There is something
Yeah,
ironically artistic about, Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, presumably being about a big corporation that's trying to screw over a cartoon.
Hang on, why is it outputting to my speakers?
Because God is cruel.
In the real world.
Well, I mean, like, as they say, even in this, like, pitch script, like, it's Roger Rabbit.
It is Roger Rabbit, which we don't get that. I suspect... I mean, isn't that... I don't know, do you think that is cheaper than it was when they made Roger Rabbit initially, or do you think it would be less so with the way...
Well, they did Roger Rabbit with Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. We can compare those two.
Alright, take your time.
No, they did a whole thing where it's like, well, we have to get the Rescue Rangers in, you have to get the operation to be CGI. It's like, this feels weird and bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I know there's a twist in that, like, one of the weird twists that comes up in the new Rescue Rangers
Chip and Dale's
movies.
like, it's secretly evil, yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, the big twist is that they try to basically say, if you support piracy and bootlegs, you are supporting human trafficking, which is...
I completely forgot what the story of that
wild
was.
It sure is a take that they decided to go with.
I think they tried to equate like piracy with like rip-off movies, like instead of Frozen, it's like Snow Princess, and it's the dollar store or whatever, and like trying to like trick people.
Testing. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello.
Yes, you sound good.
Yes.
I am going to.
I mean, this is a professional audio setup, so
I like it. I like it. It's very good. It is a step and beyond what I have, which is just my blue snowball.
Droney suggests joining, but might have too much noise.
Yeah, right now we're just gonna keep it to the four of us for now. It could definitely be next time we do something, Droney.
Yeah,
because 4 is a little bit where the max is for something like this, I think.
Yeah.
But there's definitely next time when we discuss something, I will bring you along, Droney. Droney is also an artist, so I'm sure they have a lot of opinions on this sort of thing. Yeah. Technically, Zemmer and Droney are artists, so they probably got opinions, but again, I feel like we've hit the current...
Yeah, we're close to the saturation limit.
Yeah. Four furries in one room, let's go. That's probably where the max is for the internet. I never had a yellow snowball, Zemmer. But okay.
All right, let's talk Coyote versus Acme.
Yep.
Let's do it. I have not read any of this.
Yeah, I have avoided reading as much of this as possible, aside from the first 3 lines, which is, since WB doesn't seem interested in releasing it, don't ask where I got this from. Copy and share it while you can. Repost it wherever you like.
Have you put it up on your stream?
Yeah, let me do that right now. Again, legally. Right, I have to. It wants me to log in. Hold on, just 1 second.
Facebook share.
I swear, I am a professional. I promise.
we're pecking away at the keyboard.
Yes.
Tap.
Yeah, Droney, you get it. Like, if you have more than 5 furries in a room, reality breaks.
Reality starts to get weird. People start
We don't know what will happen.
People start making animal noises. There's a lot of yiffing that happens.
Oh, jeez.
I have posted the paste bin for the thing in the chat.
But show us on stream.
Let me show it on stream. Yes. Windows capture.
Yeah, Droney. I think 4 is the limit, and it gets even more dicey when those furries are Therians, you know?
Oh yeah. It is what
Beta Delta bitches.
we don't talk about Rainforest, Droney.
No, we don't do that.
That is we don't discuss that because I swear to God, I'm a professional. I fucking promise.
What happens
don't
at
talk about
Rainforest stays at Rainforest.
Give us that stream, huh?
I am doing my best. I could have swore I had this properly set up. It's just now that it's the. Oh, there it is. Done. Or I had a fucking. Oh, come on. Settings.
Love your background.
Thank you. Aeon has basically been my my tech support. Oh, there we go. Aeon has been my tech support from the majority of my doing streams, so he will get all of the credit where the credit is deserved.
You and
I
your
didn't even
Rainbow
do
Dash
anything to
browser. Tease.
Anyway,
Show your horsona.
it's been a while. I'll have to dig that up later, but we'll get.
Oops, sorry, one sec.
Okay.
Accidentally, there we go.
Yeah.
Sorry. I accidentally
Okay.
muted my computer.
Okay. But anyway, getting to the main event. I'll read a few lines and then I'll pass it on to whoever wants to read it.
Zines.
Yes, you'll do it, and then we'll just kind of go from there. The movie is set in Roger Rabbit-type world where humans and cartoon characters live together. All animated characters are rotoscoped over the live-action footage in 2D. Roger Rabbit / back-in-action style, Wile E. Coyote is silent the entire movie, communicating only in gestures or with signs. The movie starts with the flashback to 1985.
Hold on. Let's switch off every paragraph, and it would go like
Yeah.
you, scenes.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What was it? Nova, and
Yeah.
then me, and then back again.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
movie starts with a flashback to 1985. Cartoon Peter Lorre, and is specifically Peter Lorre, interferes with an Acme assembly line and gets thrown into a portable hole.
Flash forward to the present day. Wile E. Coyote tries one of his usual plans to catch the Roadrunner and predictably fails. He returns dejected into his cave, where he sees a TV ad for a local law firm promising compensation. Inspired, he catches a bus to Albuquerque. He takes a left turn.
Here we meet our real protagonist, Kevin Avery, Will Forte, of the Avery, Jones, and Maltese law firm, get it? Once an ambitious go-getter, Avery has taken the easy path in his career, always taking small cases and settling out of court for small sums, and living in a rundown motel. He meets Wiley, who puts forward his case, intending to sue Acme Corporation for damages. In this setting, Acme Corporation is one of the world's largest conglomerates, implied to be the parent company for several real-world corporations. Doritos are specifically named in the screenplay as an Acme product in-universe.
Okay, that's very funny. Avery thinks it's just going to be a small one-and-done settlement like usual, but Wiley secretly submits hundreds of complaints spanning his entire career, quotation marks, with the help of Paige Avery, Kevin's young, optimistic niece interning at the firm, who idolizes Avery and dreams of becoming a lawyer herself.
The legal complaints are submitted to Buddy Crane, head lawyer for Acme, and an old acquaintance of Avery, John Cena. They meet up and Buddy slips Avery a check for $50,000 to drop the case. But Wiley destroys it, intending to push it all away. Buddy threatens Avery that while he's going to do everything in his power to destroy him in his case, Avery, inexperienced in actual court trials, desperately wants him to drop the case. But the firm informs him that Acme's extortionate legal fees will bankrupt them regardless of whether they proceed or not. Yeah. And decide to move forward and expect to lose horribly either way.
The trial begins with a no-nonsense judge who has no patience for any of Wiley's cartoon antics. They humiliate themselves trying to demonstrate the faulty nature of Acme's products, and the case seems decided against them already. Wiley stays with Avery in his motel, constructing implements for some kind of secret plan of his own. Both Avery's firm and Acme attempt to find the Roadrunner and get them as a witness, but are unable to make contact.
Before I continue, real quick, massive dub, singular they, them for Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
At Acme HQ, we meet the head of Acme's animated products department, Foghorn Leghorn, who instructs Buddy to get the case wrapped up ASAP before something is made public. At the motel, Avery gets a call from Acme whistleblower, the voice of Bugs Bunny, who leads him, Wiley, and Paige to an asylum of some kind where they find Daffy Duck. Avery asks Daffy about Acme, causing him to have some kind of mental breakdown. He secretly hands Avery a box and seemingly warns him about something before being led away by nurses. As they leave, Avery finds the message, "That's all, folks," painted on his car windscreen before it suddenly gets smashed by a large boulder. Someone wants to cover this up.
Oh, the intrigue. After fleeing for their lives, they inspect the box and find a strange cartoon paint can inside, while Wiley uses paint to paint a tunnel on the wall, which they enter. Inside the tunnel, they find an image of a man pushing a boulder up a hill and a secret message to Daffy mentioning something called Project Sisyphus, but are forced to flee an oncoming train before they can read further. The Acme operative spying on them is revealed to be an older, bitter Tweety who reports to someone they know about Project Sisyphus.
Paige sees this as a potential huge break in the case, but Avery tells her to temper expectations. They argue, and Paige tells Avery that she should look up to him. But after seeing how he works, she doesn't believe in him anymore. He realizes she's right. Avery takes a drive with Wiley and tells him about his backstory. Why he wanted to be a lawyer, why he lost enthusiasm, etc., etc. Avery went to a top legal school with Buddy. Once he passed the bar and became a lawyer for real, he couldn't win any cases despite being on top of his class and grew jaded about his skill. While he takes his car to a canyon edge and makes a show of trying to jump off the cliff on the other side, failing every time, but keeping it, Avery realizes Wiley's point. Never give up, no matter how impossible it seems.
I'm trying to picture how Wiley is communicating this point.
With
I
signs
think this
in
might,
his
like,
hand.
leading by example in this specific case. I
Yeah.
don't think that he would use a sign here. I'm very curious about what an older, bitter Tweety looks like. I'm picturing like
Damn.
5 o'clock shadow and a scar over one eye.
Yeah, scar over one
like,
sky.
Like what's his name? The bird.
Yeah,
from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Oh God, yeah. Nova, it is your turn.
Yes. They return to the motel room, and Avery catches a glimpse of Wiley's real plan. The entire legal suit is all just a ploy to get the Roadrunner on the witness stand so Wiley can catch him.
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my
That's
God.
fucking, like, that's such a great twist.
That's
it really, really is.
the most brilliant. They stole this from us. Nova.
If only,
Or wait, no,
only we
wait.
had- No, it's actually my turn.
Yeah, sorry.
Paige looks into Project Sisyphus and finds a lead connecting it to Dr. Lorre, as well as an address connected to him. Avery and Paige head there where they meet Granny, the old woman from the Sylvester and Tweety cartoons. She tells them that she was married to Dr. Lorre long ago. Oh, okay. He worked at Acme helping develop their animated products line, but became dissatisfied with their work before suddenly disappearing in 1985. Granny tells them that she's recently been receiving messages from an unknown caller and plays back a voicemail, Bugs Bunny. Avery recognizes the voice and Granny leaves them the tape. They are secretly photographed leaving the house by Acme.
At Acme Legal Office, Foghorn Leghorn tells Buddy that Avery knows too much, and he is sending in the big guns after him. An off-screen assassin throws a bomb through Paige's What the fuck? There's a bomb
That's
through...
a child.
That is a child.
Yep.
Throws a bomb through Paige's windows, but she survives the attempts, playing back the Bugs Bunny tapes. Wiley hears something in the background and filters the sound to uncover a music track playing in the background, which Avery traces to the Albuquerque Annual Carrot Festival. The plot! It all comes back to Albuquerque.
Heading to the Carrot Festival grounds, they encounter a shadowy figure. He speaks in the Bugs Bunny voice. But it's not actually Bugs. It's Dr. Lori. Still alive and speaking through a voice filter. Lori explains the background of Project Sisyphus. In the 1980s, Foghorn Leghorn was brought into Acme, animated products department, and made numerous changes, beginning dangerous, painful tests on the cartoons.
Not fun of that.
Cartoon characters and objects obey their comical laws of physics, and Project Physics was an initiative of studying / harnessing cartoon physics in order to improve Acme's human-side products at the expense of the cartoons, knowingly putting dangerous and faulty products on the market in order to secretly study the results.
Oh, shit.
Wiley is on the Acme's record as a high-usage user. Every single one of his failures has been by design.
Oh.
Okay, that's actually a really cool twist.
Yeah, I love it.
Really like
That's metal as fuck.
that for like the world building, you know?
Yeah. That's intriguing. I find that is very intriguing.
After discovering the truth about Project Sisyphus, Dr. Lori was captured and imprisoned in a portable hole, which Acme covered up with a story about him eloping with his secretary. Decades later, he managed to escape by sheer luck and is now hiding on the outside. Before Dr. Lori can tell them anything else, cars pull up, forcing Avery's crew to run.
The next day in court, Avery asks the witness, Acme's head of PR, about Project Sisyphus. She panics, and Buddy secretly has her ejected out of the courtroom. How is that? I wish I could watch this movie to find out how you secretly eject someone from a courtroom while they're sworn in. I want to know what that is. Because they replace her with a scarecrow?
I'm going to assume that there's just a spring-loaded false floor panel.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Infuriated by
like
the
literal
cartoon antics, the judge declared mistrial, and the case is dismissed. Avery, undeterred, gives a passionate speech outside the courtroom to the press, publicly denouncing Acme and Project Sisyphus.
When Avery returns to his motel, a huge commotion is outside. Avery finds from Paige that his speech has become a news sensation and that the case has been escalated to a congressional inquiry, with Foghorn Leghorn due to testify. Wile E. Coyote wants to go back to his cave home, but Avery convinces him to stick with him and come to the Congress hearing, lying that the Roadrunner will testify to get him to come.
In their DC hotel room, Wiley finds that Avery was lying about the Roadrunner testifying, and they get into a huge argument. Avery calls him out for using the case as a plan to catch the Roadrunner, telling him he'll never succeed in catching him. Hurt, Wiley storms out. Avery's partners call to tell him that the firm is officially bankrupt. Avery realizes that Wiley is gone and goes after him, finding a note in his plans showing him that Wiley had come to consider him a friend.
Aww. Wiley roams the streets of DC and gets led into a trap by Tweety, leading to a whole comic chase action sequence involving anvils, magnets, etc. Avery catches up to Wiley, trying to apologize, but Wiley doesn't want to hear it. Tweety tells them about how he was abandoned by Dr. Lori before Acme took him in, and Avery reveals to him that it's not true. Dr. Lori was kidnapped by Acme.
Realizing that Acme has been lying to him, Tweety pauses, giving them time to escape. But Avery crashes into roadworks and gets knocked out. When he wakes up, Wiley is gone. Wiley angrily tries to hitch a ride back to the desert, but sees Acme logos and products everywhere and realizes that he can't give up now.
Damn. Avery arrives at the congressional hearing alone and in rough shape. Congressman Elmer Fudd.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no! Bad no!
Oh my
Honestly, that's the best joke in the whole movie so far.
Oh, what is he the congressman of?
Idaho.
Idaho, probably.
I'd believe Idaho.
Congressman Elmer Fudd, leader of the proceedings, yes, really, tries to dismiss the hearings due to Wiley's absence, but Avery interrupts, giving another impassioned speech about Wiley's tenacity and how his refusal to give up and never stop hunting the Roadrunner, no matter what setback comes his way, has inspired him to turn his own life around. Wiley, who has secretly entered the room, hears the whole speech and quietly takes his seat next to Avery.
Recess is called. Buddy approaches Avery in the bathroom and compliments his speech. He gives him one last chance to drop the case, handing him $1 million check.
Ooh.
Which Avery rips up, now intending to see this through the end, win or lose.
After the recess, Avery cross-examines Foghorn Leghorn, asking him about Project Sisyphus and accusing him of knowingly releasing dangerous, faulty products and deliberately causing pain to millions of cartoons. Foghorn Leghorn rebukes him in a bitter speech, saying that Acme's technological developments and progress have all been for the greater good, even if people got hurt. That cartoons are immortal anyway, so it doesn't really matter if they get hurt, because it's funny. Who even cares about Wile E. Coyote anyway? Etc., etc.
If cartoons are immortal, then we definitely need term limits.
We-
Also, that March of Progress sure is stepping on our necks.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Avery brings out a surprise witness to prove that someone does care about Wiley, the Roadrunner. Roadrunner testifies that he has... I'm sorry, I'm just speechless, because, like, Wiley communicates with the signs, but how does Roadrunner...
He
Yeah.
goes
Roadrunner
beep beep.
just goes meep meep.
Yeah, he goes
One meep
beep
for
beep.
yes, two meeps for no.
It might be like the beep beep and then
It
someone
might-
translating for
It might be
Oh, that'd
translation.
be fun.
I think what would be funnier if it's Morgan Freeman, just talking.
Oh my god.
Or maybe he's just meep meep and there's subtitles?
It might be that there's subtitles. That would be
that'd
even
cute.
funnier.
That would
Yeah.
be so funny. Roadrunner testifies that he has witnessed Wiley's Acme-related injuries and suffering and shows that he sees Wiley as a friend, asking, "Are you coming back?" The Roadrunner really does care about Wiley and enjoys the chase in his own way. Wiley, finally presented with the opportunity to catch the Roadrunner, chooses not to, moved by his friendship.
Despite the testimony, Congress dismisses the case. Avery is finished. Buddy and Foghorn gleefully rub in their victory, and Wiley springs his trap, setting off an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine that traps Foghorn in a bird cage. Not a real victory, but a bittersweet parting shot.
Avery returns to the law firm, expecting his career to be over, but he finds the office swarmed with a huge crowd of cartoons, who all wish to press charges on their own against Acme. Inspired by the news coverage of Wiley's case. A tip-off from Dr. Lore leads Avery to a cache of videotapes from Project Sisyphus, showing proof of the willful negligence by Acme going back years. Dr. Lore goes home to an emotional reunion with Granny while Tweety secretly watches remorsefully.
We skip forward a few months. Avery's law firm, with Paige now a full-time member of the team. Isn't she a minor?
Yeah.
Maybe
She's like closer to a teenager.
she got like a birthday in the.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could be like a parent or
There
like
are
a
still
paralegal or
child
just-
labor laws.
There
Nope.
are, but
She's doing law now.
She is an adult by the
I
logic
am
of
the
this
child
cartoon.
labor laws.
Anyway, Avery's law firm is far from bankrupt, now bigger and better than ever, having become renowned for taking on Acme and other corporations in several cases, with federal charges against Acme expected to follow. Avery is happy, filled with a renewed sense of purpose. Wiley returns to the desert, having a friendly reunion with the Roadrunner before the chase begins once again.
The movie ends with "Where are they now?" cards explaining that Foghorn and Buddy are ultimately sentenced and imprisoned in a low-security prison, spending most of their time playing golf. However, the Martian takes Foghorn's position as head of the animated products department.
That's a interesting
That
cameo.
was.
Wile E. Coyote
Yeah.
continues to chase the Road Runner, but has never caught him yet. But maybe someday he finally will. Maybe tomorrow. And that is where the fade out occurs.
Fade out. Yeah.
So that
I
is...
want to watch this fucking movie.
Same.
Yeah, I'd watch this movie.
Same.
It sounds pretty charming. I mean, the reveal, like, Elmer Fudd, old Tweety, and there was one thing that, like, just had us burst out laughing.
Just the big reveal that it's just Wiley...
Oh, right, it was just a ploy to catch Roadrunner.
no,
Like, there's so much here.
It's got good layers going on.
Yeah.
It's... This got stolen from us. Like, this would have been...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's... Like, as we know, it tests well with test audiences. And they just... And if this... And supposing that this is... Because there is, like... I'm not gonna... I have a feeling that this is legit, but, like... Because it reads legit.
Yeah.
But, like... It's very interesting. I will say that there's, like, a chance that this could be fake, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
It's the little elements, like like the idea that this is all a secret plan to catch Roadrunner is the sort of thing that you only come up with when you have a deep and like, you know,
A deep
coherent understanding and appreciation for the characters involved. So either the person
Yeah.
who wrote this, if it is a fake, then the person who wrote this should probably write movies. And if it's not a fake, then the person who wrote this wrote a really good movie.
Which,
Yeah.
One moment while I get our writer credits.
It does have pacing, Droney.
It's worth noting. It's worth noting that Chuck Jones actually had a list of rules for Roadrunner cartoons, and this movie holds to several of them, actually.
Yep.
So, for reference, Chuck Jones's rules for writing Roadrunner cartoons were: 1. The Roadrunner cannot harm the Coyote except by going meep meep. 2. No outside force can harm the Coyote. Only his own ineptitude or the failure of Acme products. Trains and trucks are the exceptions from time to time. 3. The Coyote could stop any time if he were not a fanatic. 4. No dialogue ever except meep meep and yowling in pain. Yeah. 5. The Roadrunner must stay on the road for no other reason than that he's a Roadrunner. 6. All action must be confined to the natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert. Rule 7. All tools, weapons, or mechanical conveniences must be obtained from the Acme Corporation. Number 8. Whenever possible, make gravity the Coyote's greatest enemy. Number 9. The Coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures. There are, however, 2 more that are not on that written list, but are kind of obvious. That the audience's sympathy must remain with the Coyote, and that the Coyote is not allowed to catch Reef the Roadrunner.
Naturally. Like, like, it is understood that he could probably order a pizza. But, you know...
He has money to burn.
He has the finances.
He gets all of these Amazon Prime deliveries. Like, you could just get a pizza.
It's notable how much attention this movie puts into holding to the spirit of these rules. Like, the Roadrunner never harms the Coyote. The Coyote is only ever harmed by his own ineptitude or the failure of Acme products. That's literally the plot of the film.
Yeah.
It takes place in the Southwest United States. It takes place in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, he literally could stop at any time, but he's obsessed with the Roadrunner. That's his whole
Yeah,
plan.
they are presented with the option of settling out of court. Yes.
Yeah, and the Coyote doesn't have any dialogue. He speaks entirely with the signs and his body languages. The Roadrunner does leave the road to get to the courtroom, obviously, but that's kind of plot.
Yeah.
But what if he doesn't? What if they pave a road for him?
That would be...
Oh my god.
If they did that, that would make it incredibly genius. Like
That would actually be a really good gag.
like 100%, and would like prove that the people care a lot about the thing.
Yeah. No, like, things often sound better than they are, but like, I want to watch this movie. It sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're honest, the Space Jam movies and Back to Action were. I mean, as much as it is a like treasured masterpiece, Space Jam might not actually be that good, if I'm honest. But regardless,
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie.
Even when I was a pup, I knew Space Jam was kind of terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
But
I mean, I forgot the Sonic movie if anyone wants that.
Like, yeah, there's no way that this could be any worse than like Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Yeah, Looney Tunes Back to Action was also pretty mid. But yeah, this movie, hypothetically, I'd give this a solid. I don't want to say 10 out of 10 because I sound like I'd be biased, but if I were to grade it on anything, I'd say maybe a 9.
I mean, we'd have to see the film to really judge it.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless something changes, that's probably not going to happen.
There is one more people and animated characters movie that we're all kind of forgetting, and that's Cool World, which starred a young Brad Pitt.
I don't think Cool World is really comparable.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's
not comparable,
it's not
but
a
also,
kids
yeah.
movie because it's like horny. But
It is a weird, horny movie. It is, but it like.
I mean, do you know what the original plot of Cool World was going to be?
I don't know what the
Nobody
final
does,
plot of
that's
Cool
fine.
World is. All I know about is Hollywood, the Marilyn Monroe stand-in.
Yeah, because it was originally going to be a straight-up horror movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a horror movie.
I was a friend of mine and I were talking about it actually today, and if according to him, it was going to be about a girl who's half human, half cartoon, which I'm wondering how the heck would that have been portrayed visually?
I don't know.
Some of these shots are kind of.
Well, it's Ralph Bakshi at his most.
Yeah, no, this is a good backsheet movie.
This is Ralph Bakshi at his most, like, everything. Cause
I'm gonna send a link in the chat. We got some like wallpaper shots from Cool World.
Yeah, I'll load those up.
God, that was such a freaking weird movie.
Yeah.
Which one?
Cool
Oh,
World.
yeah, Cool Zone.
Cool
Yeah.
World.
But has everyone seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Because I haven't.
I have seen it, the live action one or the OVA.
It's the live action one, obviously.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
live-action Sonic movies are at least fun.
they are very fun.
They
fine.
rule.
They do.
I like that Ben Schwartz is in them.
I
like Ben Schwartz.
I
I liked him back when he was in Jake and Amir.
I-
Like as a guest star.
we're talking about agents. You're talking about the guy who plays Agent Stone, right? Or
Me?
yeah.
No, I'm talking about Sonic's voice actor.
Oh,
Yeah, Sonic's VA. Yeah.
I did
But
not
also,
know that.
just like, I love that our kind of like wise guidance character. It's like, oh, it's a big owl.
just a big owl. Sadly, she doesn't get to stay in the movie for a whole long time, which is sad.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, if the Sonic movie was good, we would have a whole bit on Mobius, but, you know.
I mean,
So what?
is that what you're gonna say, Nova?
So what are y'all's favorite Sonic voices? Because he's had so many voice actors over the years.
Oh,
The guy who played the most recent Sonic, I don't know the name of that VA. But also, like, Sonic Adventure 2, that was very good.
Most recent one, you mean like outside the live-action movies?
That was a live-action movie.
That's Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm a fan of Roger Craig.
I'm
who
biased.
Does not. He does not, unfortunately, get to show his range that much in the games, but, like, in the Sonic Boom cartoon, he is just such a perfect fit for the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah.
Excellent voice.
Maybe it's just because of the nostalgia, but I kind of think Jaleel White did a good job. Why is he not
I mean, Jaleel White is Jaleel White.
Yeah. I do think it's... Alright, I was gonna say a lot of people who voiced him as black are people of color, but then I'm looking and I'm like, no, not quite.
Yeah, I think it was really just Jaleel White.
Jaleel White, and then it looks like... I don't know what...
You're the fucking Republican meme where there's one black person and you're like, wow, so much diversity here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there have just been a lot of interesting art variation in Sonic.
I said in Mac, but then I haven't seen Sonic Prime.
I also haven't seen it. It's been on my to-do list.
Who would want to watch Sonic Prime?
I don't know.
There are the Sonic movies you can watch.
Yeah, if it weren't for the fact that how long have you been streaming? For almost exactly an hour.
Yeah,
yep,
56
getting
minutes.
close on an hour.
Yeah.
Like one thing that I will say about the Coyote V Acme thing is, if the film gets deleted, I hope that at least it leads to like a congressional hearing about the increasing prominence of film studios doing this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it shouldn't be legal.
100%.
Because they're not just hurting the audience and the art, they're also hurting the people who made it. Because, like, in the film industry especially, you are only as notable as your last project. And if prospective employers cannot see your last project, that completely fucks up your career. Because you are spending a year or 2 years or 3 years working on this movie, and then the movie never gets released. That's basically a void in your resume.
Yeah.
Even outside of any specific winners or losers, like the executives or the artists or what have you, it is bad structurally for an economy to exist in such a way where this is more profitable than simply selling the things that you make for money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like that you need some sort of overhaul with your tax policy or what have you, because like if that is really like a good business decision, then society should be restructured in such a way that that is not a good business decision. Because okay, it might be profitable for that specific corporation, but it is bad for society if these big corporations are just doing landfill capitalism.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and that's also I touched on it earlier. Not that it speaks nothing about the fact that it can't be good for the ego that you spend so much time working on a project with a bunch of people, and then suddenly some dude in a suit with zero emotional connection to the project just comes in and says, "Yeah, we're not going to release this. Sorry."
Do you want to hear my conspiracy theory?
I would like to
Sure,
hear
why
your
not?
conspiracy theory.
Okay, so my conspiracy theory on this project is, so if you remember, when Warner Brothers first announced they were binning Coyote V Acme, it was a huge public outcry.
Yes.
And there was even talk of Congress looking into it, because after Batwoman, after everything that's been happening, this was the thing where Congress is looking into it. And then Warner Brothers announced, okay, we'll look to selling the distribution rights to someone else.
Correct.
And the price they wanted for the distribution rights, which reportedly they refused to negotiate on, like it was just hard price, take it or leave it, was, I think it was like $75 million. It was some obscene number.
Yeah, it
that
was
like
absurd.
more than double
Yeah.
what they would stand to get in tax in their, tax breaks for binning it. Just some absurd number. And now, they don't have a buyer because it was an obscene price. And now they're talking about binning it again. And so my conspiracy theory is that this was the plan from the start. That they simply announced they were going to look for a buyer for the distribution rights just to get the public to public outcry to subside, just to get stave off a potential congressional hearing, just to make it look better, and then they deliberately set the price much higher than anyone would ever be willing to pay because they didn't actually want to sell it, and then they would just bid in anyway, and hopefully the public and politicians will have moved on by then.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely
And sadly,
sounds...
it's looking like it may in fact work.
I mean, you
But
say
anyway,
binning
that's
it.
my conspiracy theory.
You say binning it. They are actually actively deleting the film.
I can't hear you. One sec.
Okay. But yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I don't know why my headphones keep screwing up like that.
But
Base
yeah,
badge.
to repeat, you mentioned it being binned. No, they are actively deleting the film right now.
I'm aware.
It is.
Yeah, it blows.
It is. Gotta love that capitalism, baby.
Like, it should not be illegal to do that.
No, it should not
No,
be
it
legal at
shouldn't
all.
be.
It should
It should not be illegal to do that. More so, it shouldn't be profitable to do that.
Yeah.
correct. It should like
Because if it's profitable to do it, then they're just going to do it illegally.
Yeah.
Like it's an incentive structure thing. These corporations ruthlessly chase their own self-interest, so you gotta fucking rein them in at every fucking opportunity for the good of society as a whole.
We have reached a point in our society where capital is hollowing out every single aspect of our lives. In this particular instance, I think the good ending is that, like, some employee steals a copy of the film and leaks it online, so now it's out there forever, and we end up with, again, a congressional inquiry into this whole thing that makes this practice either illegal or, disincentivizes it.
let's make Acme versus Coyote versus Acme a prophecy. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's make it
real.
impossible.
The United States v. Warner Brothers.
Exactly. I'm trying to think. We've kind of hit. I feel like we've hit the moment where we're done talking about Coyote V Acme, and I'm trying to think of what to do next.
So
Nope.
we can take a little bathroom break.
Bird.
Yeah, we'll discuss.
Bathroom
what
break.
we-
Rest and refresh their heads.
Yeah, let me do this. I don't have a standby, so I'll just say we'll be back soon.